She stood by the pool in her simple dress, watching rich guests laugh and pose for cameras. They saw her as invisible, or worse, as someone who didn't belong. The blonde influencer smiled for the crowd, then turned and shoved her hard into the water. Laughter erupted. Phones rose. The world watched a black woman pulled from the pool, dripping and humiliated, while they cheered the spectacle. But what they didn't know, what no one knew, was that the woman they just assaulted owned every inch of ground they stood on, and she was about to teach them a lesson in dignity they'd never forget. Subscribe right now and tell me where you're watching from, because this story doesn't end the way they expected. Naomi stepped through the resort entrance just before sunset. The golden light painted the marble floors and made the ocean beyond look painted. She walked to the reception desk and waited. The host glanced at her. His eyes moved past her to the couple arriving behind. They were white and laughing. "Welcome to Ocean Crest," the host said to them. "Your suite is ready?" Naomi stood at the counter. She cleared her throat softly. The host turned back to her with a practiced smile that didn't reach his eyes. "Yes?" he said. "I have a reservation. Naomi Cade." He typed slowly. His fingers paused over the keyboard. "There's been an issue with the booking system." "What kind of issue?" Naomi said. "We're overbooked tonight. We can offer you a garden view instead of oceanfront." Naomi felt the sting settle in her chest. She had booked 6 weeks ago. Marin appeared beside her with their bags. Her sister's jaw tightened. "It's fine," Naomi said. "Garden view works." "Are you certain?" Marin whispered. "I came for quiet," Naomi said. "Not a lesson." The host handed her the keycard. His relief was visible. Naomi took it and walked toward the elevators. The marble felt cold under her sandals. In the room, Marin unpacked with sharp movements. She was angry. Naomi opened the curtains. The garden was beautiful. Palms swayed in the evening breeze. "You should have said something," Marin said. "Tomorrow," Naomi said. "Tonight I just want peace." She changed into a simple dress. The charity weekend started with cocktails by the pool. Naomi brushed her hair and looked at herself in the mirror. She was tired. "Ready?" Marin said. "Always." They walked down together. Music drifted from the pool area. Lights rippled on the water. The scene looked perfect. Naomi reminded herself why she came. The scholarship fund needed donors. She could smile through one evening. The pool deck was crowded. White faces turned as she approached. Some smiled. Most looked away. Naomi felt the familiar weight of being measured. A server passed with champagne. Naomi reached for a glass. The server handed one to the woman beside her first, then to the man beyond. Naomi lowered her hand. "Miss?" she said. The server turned. "Oh, sorry." Naomi took the glass. She sipped and watched the crowd. This would be a long weekend. The welcome table stretched along the pool's edge. Small cards marked each seat. Naomi found her name near the entrance. The card was printed on cheaper stock than the others. She picked it up. A woman in a silk dress approached the table. She wore diamonds that caught the light. Her name was beside Naomi's original placement. "Is there a problem?" the woman said. "Just checking," Naomi said. Jonah Vale appeared. He was 60 and moved with careful authority. His smile was professional. "Mrs. Cade," he said, "I apologize. We had a last-minute addition." "Where should I sit?" Naomi said. He gestured to the far end. A single chair sat beside the kitchen entrance. The band was loud there. Naomi felt her jaw tighten. "Temporarily," Jonah said. "We'll adjust for dinner." Naomi walked to the chair. She sat and placed her clutch on the table. Marin slid into the seat beside her. Her sister's eyes blazed. "This is deliberate," Marin whispered. "It's a choice," Naomi said. "Theirs." The woman in diamonds laughed at something. Her +1 had 2 place cards. Both were embossed. Naomi drank her champagne and studied the room. People gathered in clusters. Money and status formed invisible boundaries. Naomi recognized the patterns. She had organized community events for years. Exclusion always looked the same. The band shifted tempo. A woman approached the microphone. She thanked everyone for supporting youth scholarships. Applause rippled across the deck. Naomi clapped. She believed in the cause. That was why she came. The money her husband provided would fund a STEM lab. Anonymous donations worked best. No headlines, no cameras, just change. "Are you Naomi Cade?" a voice said. Naomi turned. A woman stood there. She was 43 with sharp eyes and a press badge. Tess Alvarez, travel journalist. "I am," Naomi said. "I'm covering the weekend. Mind if I ask a few questions?" "Not tonight," Naomi said. "Maybe tomorrow." Tess nodded. She looked at Naomi's placement card. Something shifted in her expression. She walked away without pushing. The crowd moved toward the pool. Cocktail hour was ending. Dinner would follow. Naomi stood and smoothed her dress. "Still want peace?" Marin said. "I want justice," Naomi said. "But I'll settle for respect." They joined the flow of guests. The night was just beginning. Elise Moreau entered near the bar. Blonde hair fell in perfect waves. Her dress was white and impossibly fitted. Cameras lifted immediately. "Is that her?" Marin whispered. Naomi nodded. She had seen Elise's profile. Influencer. 2 million followers. Brand partnerships with luxury hotels. Elise posed by the fountain. Her smile was practiced. Naomi watched people gravitate toward her. Wealth and beauty created their own magnetic field. "She's staying in the penthouse," Marin said. "Of course she is," Naomi said. Elise finished her photos. She glided toward the bar. Her entourage followed. 3 women and 2 men. All young. All beautiful. Naomi turned back to her conversation with an elderly donor. He was talking about tax deductions. She nodded at the right moments. "Excuse me?" a voice said. Elise stood beside them. Her smile was wide, but her eyes were cold. "You must be Naomi," Elise said. "I love your dress, so staff chic." Naomi felt the insult land. She smiled back. "Thank you." "Are you with the foundation?" Elise said. "I'm a donor," Naomi said. "How generous." Elise's tone made it sound small. The elderly man excused himself. He sensed the tension. Elise stepped closer. Her perfume was expensive. "I don't think we've met," Elise said. "I know most of the major donors." "We haven't," Naomi said. "Well," Elise's eyes traveled over Naomi's dress again. "It's nice they let everyone attend." Marin's hand found Naomi's arm. The grip was tight. Warning. Naomi breathed slowly. "Enjoy your evening," Naomi said. She walked away. Her heart pounded, but her face stayed calm. Elise's laugh followed her. Light and careless. Jonah appeared at her elbow. "Is everything all right?" "Perfect," Naomi said. His expression said he didn't believe her. "I'll make sure your dinner seat is better." "Don't trouble yourself," Naomi said. "It's no trouble." But they both knew it was. Jonah valued donor comfort. Naomi was black and quiet. Elise was white and loud. The math wasn't complicated. The crowd drifted outside. The pool area was lit with strings of lights. The ocean murmured beyond. Naomi found a spot near the railing, away from the center. Marin stood beside her. "We can leave." "No," Naomi said. "We stay." "Why?" "Because leaving would feel like losing." The band started playing. People clustered near the pool. Elise held court at the center. Her phone was always in her hand. Everything was content. Naomi watched the water. The lights made it shimmer. She told herself the weekend would pass. One more night, then breakfast, then the presentation. She could endure. She had before. The party moved closer to the pool. Elise positioned herself where the light was best. Her phone captured every angle. People laughed at her jokes before she finished them. Naomi stayed near the edge. She sipped water now instead of champagne. Clear head. Always. "You're very composed," Tess said. Naomi turned. The journalist had returned. "Thank you." "Most people would be angry," Tess said. "I am angry," Naomi said. "I'm just practiced at not showing it." Tess wrote nothing down. She just watched. Naomi appreciated that. Real observation took time. "Why do you think they treat you differently?" Tess said. Naomi looked at her. "You know why?" "I want to hear you say it." "Because I'm black," Naomi said. "Because I don't perform wealth the way they expect. Because they assume I don't belong." Tess nodded. Her voice was quiet. "Thank you for being honest." Someone called Tess's name. She excused herself. Naomi was alone again. The music pulsed. Bodies moved to the rhythm. Elise's circle grew. Someone suggested pool photos. Laughter erupted. Naomi stepped back. She wanted distance from whatever was coming. "Don't be shy," a voice called. Naomi didn't respond. She moved further along the railing. The water lapped against the pool's edge. The sound was soothing. Elise's voice carried. "Some people are just so serious." More laughter. Naomi felt her chest tighten. She recognized the setup. Years of community work taught her when violence was brewing. Marin appeared. "We should go inside." "In a minute," Naomi said. "Now," Marin said. "I don't trust this." But Naomi stayed. Moving away felt like surrender. She stood her ground near the water. The pool lights danced below. Someone joked about access levels. The phrase was deliberate, coded. Naomi heard it clearly. "What does that mean?" Elise said loudly. "You know," the man said, "VIPs get pool access." "And who decides that?" Elise said. She was smiling. "We do." His grin was ugly. Naomi felt the shift. Danger prickled her skin. She turned to leave. Too late. Elise closed the distance. Her smile was performance. "Don't go. The party's just starting." Naomi faced her. Their eyes met. Something cold lived in Elise's expression. "Have a great night," Naomi said. She stepped around Elise. The crowd had circled without her noticing. Phones were up, recording. Naomi's throat tightened. Elise moved fast. Her hands hit Naomi's shoulders. Hard. Naomi fell backward. The world tilted. She saw sky. Then water swallowed her. The pool closed over her head. Sound became muffled. Bass from the band vibrated through liquid. Naomi opened her eyes underwater. The lights above blurred. She felt herself sinking. Her dress dragged. The shock passed. She kicked upward. Her head broke the surface. She gasped. Water streamed down her face. Her hair clung to her skin. Laughter. She heard it first. Then phones. Everywhere. Pointed at her. Elise stood at the pool's edge. Her smile was wide. "Oops!" Naomi swam to the steps. Her movements were measured. She climbed out. Water poured from her dress. Her shoes were ruined. The music stopped. The band went silent. Everyone stared. Naomi stood on the deck. She was soaked, humiliated, furious. But her face showed nothing. A server rushed forward with towels. Naomi took one. She wrapped it around her shoulders. Her hands didn't shake. Elise laughed. "It was just a joke. Lighten up." Naomi looked at her. She said nothing. The silence grew heavy. Jonah pushed through the crowd. "Mrs. Kate, I'm so sorry." "I need a private room," Naomi said. "Of course, right away." He guided her inside. Marin followed close. Behind them, the crowd erupted. Excited chatter. Phone screens glowed. The video was already uploading. Naomi walked through the lobby. Water dripped behind her. People stared. She kept her chin up. In the elevator, she finally trembled. Marin put an arm around her. "We're pressing charges," Marin said. "Not yet," Naomi said. "She assaulted you." "I know." Naomi's voice was quiet. "But we do this right." The doors opened. Jonah led them to a suite, larger than her original room. Oceanfront. The irony wasn't lost on Naomi. "Whatever you need," Jonah said. "I need the guest list," Naomi said. "Security policies, and a meeting tomorrow morning." Jonah paled. "Mrs. Cade." 8 o'clock, Naomi said. "Bring your HR director." He nodded and left. The door closed. Naomi stood dripping on expensive carpet. Marin handed her dry clothes. "What are you planning?" "Justice," Naomi said. "You could sue?" "Money isn't the answer." Naomi peeled off the wet dress. "We're going to change how this place works." "How?" "By making them choose," Naomi said, "between profit and people." She looked out at the ocean. The moon painted a silver path across the water. Somewhere out there, videos of her humiliation were spreading. But Naomi Cade had spent years organizing communities. She knew how to build power from nothing. Tomorrow, she would begin. Naomi showered until her skin was pink. The water washed away chlorine, but not anger. She dressed in soft clothes. Simple. Comfortable. Battle armor for what came next. Marin made tea. They sat in the suite's living room. The ocean was dark beyond the windows. "They're already spinning it," Marin said. She showed Naomi her phone. The video had 15,000 views. Comments ranged from amused to cruel. Pool incident was trending. Naomi read several comments. Her jaw tightened. "Save everything." "Already did," Marin said. A knock interrupted them. Jonah entered with Dara Chen. The HR director was 55 and carried a leather portfolio. Her expression was carefully neutral. "Mrs. Cade," Dara said, "we're prepared to offer compensation." "I don't want money," Naomi said. Dara blinked. "Then what?" "A meeting. Tomorrow, with everyone who witnessed the incident." "That's highly unusual," Dara said. "So is shoving a guest into a pool," Naomi said. Jonah shifted. "We could draft an NDA, something generous." "No," Naomi said. "We're doing this transparently." "Think about your privacy," Dara said. "The media will cover this whether we hide or not," Naomi said. "I'd rather they cover truth than speculation." Dara opened her portfolio. Papers rustled. "We have protocols for incidents involving guests." "Show me," Naomi said. "The policies prioritized discretion, minimize disruption, protect the resort's reputation. Nothing about protecting victims, nothing about accountability." Naomi read slowly. Her anger crystallized into purpose. "These need revision." "Our policies are industry standard," Dara said. "Then the industry is broken," Naomi said. Jonah's voice was careful. "What do you propose?" "A public conversation," Naomi said. "By the pool, at dawn, everyone who was there, staff included." "That could alienate donors," Dara said. "Good," Naomi said. "Maybe they should be uncomfortable." The room went quiet. Dara and Jonah exchanged glances. They were calculating risk, revenue, reviews. "If we refuse," Dara said. "I'll hold the conversation anyway," Naomi said. "Just not on resort property, and I'll explain why you wouldn't cooperate." Jonah stood. He walked to the window. The ocean reflected in the glass. 8 o'clock? "Dawn," Naomi said. 6:30. "Fine," Jonah said. "We'll arrange it." They left. Marin exhaled. "That was intense." "It's just starting," Naomi said. She pulled out hotel stationery, drew lines, mapped options. Restorative justice required structure, choices, consequences. Marin began compiling timestamps from videos. She matched them to music cues, keycard access, staff schedules. They worked like they had during community campaigns. Sisters, partners, builders of systems. At 3 a.m, Naomi set down her pen. The plan was ready. Documentation, witnesses, options for accountability. Not revenge, restoration. She climbed into bed. Sleep came slowly. Tomorrow would test everything she believed about justice. Naomi woke before dawn. The sky was still dark. She dressed in white. Deliberate. A statement. Marin was already up. Coffee waited. I sent the invitation. Responses? Naomi said. 40 confirmed, including Elise. Naomi nodded. Her stomach was tight. She ate toast anyway. Fuel for the day ahead. Jonah called at 5. This is a mistake. Noted, Naomi said. Major donors will be there, he said. If this goes badly. It won't, Naomi said. Trust the process. I don't have a choice, he said. You do, Naomi said. You're choosing to do what's right, even though it's hard. He was quiet. Then, 6:30. We'll have chairs set up. Naomi finished her coffee. She reviewed her notes one more time. The plan was simple. Listen first. Offer choices. Let truth do the work. Marin handed her a folder. Staff statements. 3 servers, 2 security guards, 1 manager. Naomi read them. Each described ignored greetings, preferential treatment, pressure to avoid controversy around certain guests. Patterns. Always patterns. They're scared, Marin said. They should be safe, Naomi said. She tucked the folder under her arm. They walked to the pool together. The sky was lightening. Pink bled into gray. Jonah had arranged simple chairs in a circle. No stage, no podium, just seats. Equal. Staff arrived first. They clustered together, uncertain. Then guests filtered in. Elise came last. Her hair was perfect. Her smile was ready. Tess stood at the edge with her notebook. She met Naomi's eyes, nodded once. Naomi stepped into the circle's center. 40 faces watched her. Some curious, some hostile, some afraid. Thank you for coming, Naomi said. We're here to talk about what happened last night. It was an accident, Elise said immediately. We'll hear from everyone, Naomi said. One at a time, starting with witnesses. She sat. The circle waited. This was the moment. Truth or silence, justice or comfort. A bartender raised his hand. Naomi smiled. Please, tell us what you saw. The sun cleared the horizon. Light spilled across the water. The circle leaned forward. Listening. The conversation had begun. The bartender's voice shook. I saw the push. It wasn't an accident. Elise laughed, nervous. You're mistaken. Let him finish, Naomi said. The bartender continued. Ms. Moreau walked directly to Ms. Cade. She positioned herself. Then she pushed hard, with both hands. Murmurs rippled through the circle. Phones appeared. Naomi didn't stop them. Documentation was protection. Anyone else? Naomi said. A server raised her hand. I was told to prioritize certain guests, to avoid conversations about sensitive topics. Who told you that? Naomi said. The server glanced at Jonah. Management, it's policy. Jonah's face darkened. Dara shifted in her seat. The exposure was already working. A security guard spoke next. I was near the pool. I saw everything. I was told not to intervene. By whom? Naomi said. My supervisor said it wasn't our place. Guest relations would handle it. Did they? Naomi said. Silence answered. The guard looked down. Naomi let the moment breathe. Truth needed space. She turned to Elise. Your turn, Naomi said. Elise's smile was fixed. I already said. It was a misunderstanding. Walk us through it, Naomi said. We were all having fun. She was standing too close to the pool. I reached out to steady her and she fell. You pushed me, Naomi said. Calm, factual. That's your interpretation, Elise said. There are videos, Naomi said. Elise's smile thinned. From bad angles. Marin stood. She held up a tablet. I synced 17 videos. Would you like to see? The circle went still. Elise's face paled. Her entourage looked uncomfortable. Tess wrote furiously. Her pen scratched against paper. She wasn't tweeting. She was building narrative. We have options, Naomi said. We can solve this with lawyers and lawsuits, or we can solve it with truth and restoration. What does that mean? Someone asked. It means accountability, Naomi said. Real change, not just settlements. You want an apology? Elise said, mocking. I want justice, Naomi said. For me, for staff, for anyone who's been dismissed here. Jonah leaned forward. What specifically are you asking for? A new policy, Naomi said. Protection for staff who report bias, training on discrimination, a fund for legal support, and an apology that names harm. From who? Dara said. From whoever caused it, Naomi said. All eyes turned to Elise. She straightened in her chair. Her phone was in her lap. Tess saw her typing. Are you posting about this? Tess asked. Elise looked up. It's my experience. It's a criminal act, Naomi said. Assault, battery, filmed by 40 people. The word criminal landed hard. Elise's fingers stopped moving. Her entourage whispered. Let's take a break, Jonah said. No, Naomi said. We finish this now. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Tess smiled. She recognized the quote, Justice Brandeis, light and truth. The circle waited. Elise's phone buzzed. She glanced at it. Her PR agent's name flashed across the screen. I need to make a call, Elise said. After, Naomi said. First, you choose. Choose what? Elise said. Accountability or consequences, Naomi said. The ocean murmured. Waves against stone. The sound filled the silence. Elise looked trapped. Naomi waited. She had learned patience from years of organizing. Truth took time. Finally, Elise spoke. What happens if I refuse? Then we do this the hard way, Naomi said. Which is? Police, prosecutors, press. You become the woman who assaulted a black woman for fun. Your brand partners see the video. Your followers decide who you really are. Elise's breath caught. Naomi's eyes found hers. Neither looked away. Or, Elise whispered. Or we do this the right way, Naomi said. You take responsibility. You help fix what's broken. You become someone who grew. The sun climbed higher. Morning heat pressed down. The circle waited. Elise's hands trembled. Elise stood abruptly. I need air. Sit down, Naomi said. You can't tell me what to do. No, Naomi said, but I can tell you what happens if you walk away. Elise stayed standing. Her entourage looked ready to bolt. Jonah raised a hand. Let's everyone take 5 minutes, Jonah said. No breaks, Naomi said. We're almost there. Marin distributed water bottles. Small grace. The circle shifted. Some people stretched. Nobody left. Tess approached Naomi. This is remarkable. It's necessary, Naomi said. Either way. Tess's voice was quiet. You're changing how this works. Naomi drank water. Her throat was dry. Leadership was exhausting. But she had promised herself no retreat. Elise returned to her chair. Her makeup was smudged. She had been crying, or pretending to cry. Naomi couldn't tell. Can we continue? Naomi said. The circle nodded. Attention focused. Elise looked small suddenly. Her phone was face down in her lap. I want to hear from staff, Naomi said. What needs to change? A housekeeper raised her hand. We need protection. When guests complain about us, we get blamed, even when they're wrong. Document it, Naomi said. We'll include it in the policy. A groundskeeper spoke. Some guests treat us like we're invisible, or worse. Examples? Naomi said. Snapping fingers, blocking paths, ignoring our greetings. Naomi wrote notes. Each complaint built the case. Systemic problems required systemic solutions. Dara interrupted. We can't control guest behavior. You can set expectations, Naomi said, and enforce consequences. We'll lose business, Dara said. You'll lose people if you don't, Naomi said. Staff, dignity, your soul. The word soul hung in the air. Jonah looked at Dara. Something shifted between them. What would enforcement look like? Jonah said. A charter, Naomi said. Clear expectations, visible accountability. When guests violate it, they leave. Major donors won't accept that, Dara said. Then they aren't worth having, Naomi said. Elise laughed. Bitter. Easy to say when you're judging everyone. I'm not judging, Naomi said. I'm offering choices. What are my choices? Elise said. Naomi pulled out a printed sheet. 2 options. Detailed. Fair. Option A, Naomi said. You apologize publicly, using specific language of harm. You fund staff training and a legal defense clinic. You complete community service hours administered by the resort. You stay banned from this property for 1 year. Elise's jaw dropped. That's insane. Option B, Naomi said. Lifetime ban, full prosecution. We share all videos with media. Your sponsors decide the rest. The circle went silent. The choices were clear. Brutal. Fair. You're blackmailing me, Elise said. I'm offering restoration, Naomi said. You harmed me. You harmed staff. You reinforced systems of prejudice. Now you repair it. And if I refuse both, Elise said. Then justice goes through courts, Naomi said, which is slower, messier, more expensive. But I'm ready for that too. Elise looked at her entourage. They offered nothing. Her phone buzzed again. She ignored it. Naomi waited. The sun was fully up now, warm on her skin. The water sparkled. Beautiful backdrop for ugly truth. I need time, Elise said. You have until sunset, Naomi said. That's not fair. Neither was pushing me into a pool, Naomi said. The circle absorbed the exchange. Power had shifted. Everyone felt it. Jonah stood. We'll reconvene at 6, same place. People rose. Some approached Naomi, thanked her. Others avoided her eyes. The uncomfortable ones, the complicit ones. Tess stayed behind. You're building something here. Or destroying something, Naomi said. Depends on perspective. It's courageous either way, Tess said. Naomi smiled. Tired. Courage is just fear with direction. She walked back to her suite. Marin followed. They didn't speak until the door closed. Think she'll choose restoration? Marin said. Doesn't matter, Naomi said. The conversation happened. That's the real change. Naomi collapsed onto the sofa. Her body ached. Her mind raced. She had 6 hours until sunset. 6 hours to prepare for whatever came next. She closed her eyes. Breathed. Remembered why she started this. Because silence was complicity, and she had been silent long enough. Naomi ate lunch in her suite. Salad she barely tasted. Marin fielded calls. Staff wanted to add statements. Courage was contagious. A bellhop wants to speak, Marin said. Schedule him for 4, Naomi said. Her phone buzzed. Adrian, her husband. Finally. Are you safe? He said. Yes, Naomi said. I saw the video. His voice was tight. I can be there in an hour. Stay away, Naomi said. This works better if nobody knows who you are. Who I am doesn't matter. Someone hurt you. Someone hurt their own soul, Naomi said. I'm just the mirror. He was quiet. Then, "You're sure?" "I'm sure," Naomi said. "I love you," he said. "I know," Naomi said. "That's why I can do this." She hung up. Marin watched from across the room. "He wants to rescue you." "I don't need rescue," Naomi said. "I need witnesses." At 4, the bellhop arrived. He was 19. Nervous. His name was James. "Tell me what you've seen," Naomi said. James sat on the edge of his chair. "Guests talk about us like we're furniture. They say things, racist things. We're supposed to smile." "Give me examples," Naomi said. "Last month, a guest called me boy. He's younger than my dad. I reported it. My supervisor said guests are always right." Naomi felt her jaw tighten. "Written policy?" "Unwritten," James said. "But everyone knows." "Not anymore," Naomi said. She added James's account to the file. Each story reinforced the same truth. Discrimination wasn't individual. It was institutional. Tess knocked at 5. She carried her notebook. "Can we talk?" "On the record?" Naomi said. "Your choice," Tess said. Naomi let her in. They sat by the window. The ocean was calm. "What's your angle?" Naomi said. "Truth," Tess said. "Whatever that looks like." "Clicks sell better," Naomi said. "Not always." Tess's voice was firm. "Sometimes people want to feel something real." Naomi studied her, decided to trust. "Ask your questions." "Why restoration instead of revenge?" Tess said. "Revenge makes me feel better," Naomi said. "Restoration makes things better." "You think Elise can change?" "I think everyone can choose differently," Naomi said. "If they're given clear options and real consequences." Tess wrote. Her pen moved fast. "What happens if she refuses?" "Then the system changes anyway," Naomi said. "Just slower." "You're confident." "I'm committed," Naomi said. "Confidence comes and goes. Commitment stays." Tess smiled. "That's a good line." "It's a true line," Naomi said. They talked until 5:30. Then Tess left to file her story. Naomi changed clothes. Black dress this time? Somber. Serious. Marin adjusted Naomi's necklace. "Ready?" "No," Naomi said, "but we go anyway." They walked to the pool. The circle was already forming. More people this time. Word had spread. Staff outnumbered guests now. Jonah looked nervous. Dara looked angry. Elise looked pale. Naomi took her seat. The sun was low. Golden light painted everything. Last chance for easy answers. "Thank you all for coming back," Naomi said. "We're here for a decision." Elise stood, her hands twisted together. "I need to say something first." The circle went quiet. Naomi nodded. "I've been thinking all day," Elise said. "About what happened. About what I did." She paused. Her voice shook. "I pushed you. I humiliated you. I thought it was funny." Naomi waited. This was the moment. Accountability or performance. "But I didn't think about what it meant," Elise said. "I didn't think about you as a person." The words were right, but the delivery felt rehearsed. Naomi kept her face neutral. "So," Naomi said. "So I choose option A," Elise said. "I'll do the work. I'll fund the training. I'll complete service hours." Relief rippled through the circle. Too fast. Naomi felt suspicion bloom. "And the apology?" Naomi said. Elise turned to face her. "I'm sorry. For what I did. For what it meant." "What did it mean?" Naomi said. Elise hesitated. "That I saw you as less than me." "Why?" Naomi said. The question hung. Elise's face went blank. She hadn't thought that far, hadn't examined the roots. "Because," Elise said. "Because why?" Naomi said. "Because you're—" Elise stopped, looked around, realized the trap. "Say it," Naomi said. Quiet, relentless. Elise's breath caught. Tears formed, real ones now. Because you're black, and I thought that made you less. The circle absorbed the confession. Some people looked away, others leaned forward. Truth was uncomfortable, but necessary. Thank you, Naomi said. That's where healing starts. Elise sat down. She was crying openly now. Her entourage stayed distant. She was alone with her choices. Jonah cleared his throat. We should formalize this. Tomorrow, Naomi said. Tonight we just sit with what was said. The circle stayed seated. Nobody rushed to leave. The moment needed space. Finally, people began to rise. They moved slowly. Changed. Tess approached Naomi. That was something, Tess said. That was truth, Naomi said. Now comes the harder part. Which is? Making it stick, Naomi said. She walked back to her suite as the sun set. The first day was complete. But the real work was just beginning. Naomi woke to missed calls. 17. She listened to voicemails on speaker. Donors were angry. The video of Elise's confession was everywhere. Dignity Matters was trending. Opinions split evenly. Some praised the confrontation. Others called it performative. Your editor called, Marin said. 3 times. Tell him I'm unavailable, Naomi said. He says major sponsors are reconsidering. Let them, Naomi said. She dressed and went downstairs. The breakfast room was tense. People whispered when she entered. Some stared. Others looked away. Naomi took a table by the window. Ordered coffee, black. Tess joined her. Your inbox must be chaos. Controlled chaos, Naomi said. Elise posted an apology video, Tess said. An hour ago. She showed Naomi her phone. Elise sat in perfect light. Makeup subtle, voice earnest. I made a terrible mistake, Elise said in the video. I hurt someone deeply. I'm committed to learning and growing. The comments were supportive, praising her courage, her growth. Naomi felt her stomach tighten. She's reframing it. Of course she is, Tess said. That's what influencers do. The apology was supposed to be here, Naomi said. In person, witnessed. She's controlling the narrative, Tess said. Naomi set down her coffee. Then we need to change the narrative. She called Jonah. He arrived within minutes. Dara followed. They sat at her table. Elise is turning this into a redemption arc, Naomi said. She chose option A, Dara said. We should be grateful. She's performing change without doing work, Naomi said. That's still better than lawsuits, Dara said. Is it? Naomi said. If nothing actually changes? Jonah sighed. He looked exhausted. What do you want? I want the terms enforced, Naomi said. In writing, with timelines, and verification. We'll draft a contract, Dara said. Today, Naomi said. That's fast, Dara said. Accountability moves at the speed of commitment, Naomi said. Dara bristled, but Jonah nodded. We'll have it ready by noon. They left. Tess lingered. You're not letting this go. Would you? Naomi said. No, Tess said, but most people would celebrate the win. This isn't a win yet, Naomi said. It's a performance. Wins require follow-through. At noon, Naomi reviewed the contract. Standard legal language, obligations, timelines, penalties for non-compliance. She added 3 clauses: verification by independent audit, monthly progress reports, public accountability if terms were breached. Dara balked. This is excessive. This is appropriate, Naomi said. Elise won't sign, Dara said. Then she chose option B, Naomi said. They sent the contract, waited. Afternoon stretched, no response. At 4, Elise's lawyer called. He negotiated, wanted softer language, longer timelines, private oversight. Naomi refused every change. The terms stand. My client is cooperating, the lawyer said. Your client is controlling optics, Naomi said. That's not the same thing. You're being unreasonable, he said. I'm being clear, Naomi said. Sign by 6 or we pursue prosecution. She hung up. Marin looked worried. What if she walks? Then we expose the game, Naomi said. 5:30 came, then 5:45. Naomi's phone buzzed at 5:58. Contract signed, Dara texted. She added a statement, requesting privacy during the restorative process. Naomi read the statement. More performance, more control. Counter-statement, Naomi told Marin. Transparency is non-negotiable. Progress updates will be public, per contract terms. Marin drafted it. They sent it to Tess first. She published within minutes. The message was clear. Restoration required witnesses. Elise's team pushed back. But the contract was signed. Public accountability was locked in. Naomi ordered room service. She was exhausted. Victory felt hollow, because this was just the beginning. Real change took years, not days, but days were where years started. Morning brought new problems. 2 major donors canceled. The resort's board demanded a meeting. Jonah looked 10 years older. They want your head, he told Dara. Then they can have it, Dara said. I'm tired of protecting profit over people. Naomi appreciated the shift. Dara was changing, slowly, painfully, but changing. The board meeting was set for 2. Naomi was invited. She accepted. She prepared like she had for city council hearings. Facts, data, stories, truth delivered without apology. Marin helped. They compiled incident reports from the past year. 73 complaints from staff about guest behavior. 68 dismissed. 5 resulted in warnings. 0 resulted in consequences. The pattern is damning, Marin said. Good, Naomi said. Patterns prove systems. At 2, Naomi entered the conference room. 12 board members sat around mahogany, all white, mostly men. Old wealth. Jonah sat at the end. Dara beside him. They looked like defendants. Mrs. Cade, the chairman said, thank you for joining us. Thank you for having me, Naomi said. We're concerned about recent events, he said. Donors are uncomfortable. They should be, Naomi said. Silence. The chairman blinked. Excuse me? They should be uncomfortable, Naomi said, because we're exposing how this place actually works. We run a 5-star resort, he said. For whom? Naomi said. For our guests, he said. Which guests? Naomi said. Because staff are guests too. They're here 40 hours a week, breathing your air, serving your vision. A woman spoke. Staff are employees. Staff are human beings, Naomi said. She opened her folder, distributed copies of the incident reports. The board members read. Faces shifted. These are complaints? Someone asked. These are harms, Naomi said. Ignored, dismissed, buried. We weren't aware, the chairman said. You chose not to be, Naomi said. Dara spoke. Her voice was shaky. She's right. We prioritize guest satisfaction over staff safety. Guest satisfaction pays salaries, someone said. Dignity isn't negotiable, Naomi said. Not for money, not for comfort, not ever. She stood, walked to the window. The ocean stretched endlessly. Beautiful, indifferent. You have 2 choices, Naomi said. You can keep operating this way, protecting profit, hiding harm. Eventually someone will sue, or worse, and your reputation collapses. Or, the chairman said. Or you change, Naomi said. Proactively, publicly. You become the resort that leads. That protects. That proves luxury and dignity can coexist. That sounds expensive, someone said. It's an investment, Naomi said. In people, in culture, in legacy. She turned to face them. I'm offering to fund the first year. Training, legal clinic, policy development, anonymous. The room stirred. Anonymous wealth was confusing. They couldn't measure her. Why would you do that? The chairman said. Because I can, Naomi said, And because it's right. Jonah cleared his throat. I support this. Fully. Dara nodded. As do I. The board deliberated. Naomi waited. She had made her case. Now they had to choose. After 20 minutes, the chairman spoke. We'll draft a proposal. I have one ready, Naomi said. She handed him a document. 3 pages. Clear objectives. Measurable outcomes. Timeline for implementation. He read it. Passed it around. The board members whispered. This is comprehensive, he said. This is basic humanity, Naomi said. We'll need time, he said. You have until tomorrow, Naomi said. Then I fund it elsewhere, and I explain why. She left the room. Marin was waiting in the hall. How did it go? We'll know tomorrow, Naomi said. They walked to the pool. The water was calm. Someone had placed flowers where Naomi fell. A small memorial. She touched the petals. Staff did this, Marin said. They're ready for change, Naomi said. Are you? Marin said. Naomi looked at her sister. I have to be. They sat by the water, watching light change, waiting for tomorrow. Naomi reviewed Marin's timeline again. 17 videos synchronized, audio matched to music cues. Keycard data showed who was where. The evidence was undeniable. Elise's push came exactly 90 seconds after Naomi gently corrected a racist joke. Off camera, but captured on audio. This proves premeditation, Marin said. This proves malice, Naomi said. She called Tess. Can you come to my suite? Tess arrived with her laptop. Naomi showed her the synchronized timeline. The journalist watched in silence. This changes the narrative, Tess said. This is the narrative, Naomi said. Elise didn't just push me randomly. She targeted me for speaking up. Her apology omitted this, Tess said. Exactly, Naomi said. Tess leaned back. If I publish this, her career ends. If you don't publish it, the truth stays buried, Naomi said. What do you want? Tess said. I want accuracy, Naomi said. Not revenge, just the complete story. Tess thought. Her fingers drummed the table. I'll run it by my editor. Run it by your conscience, Naomi said. Tess left. Naomi felt exhausted. Truth-telling was grinding work. Necessary, painful, endless. At 6, the board called. The chairman's voice was measured. We're approving your proposal. Naomi's breath caught. All of it? All of it, he said, with one condition. Which is? You serve on the implementation committee, he said. We need your oversight. Naomi was quiet. She hadn't expected this, hadn't wanted ongoing involvement. She came for one weekend, not a commitment. I need to think, she said. Of course, he said, but we need an answer soon. She hung up. Marin was watching. They offered you power. They offered me work, Naomi said. Same thing, Marin said. Naomi walked to the window. The sunset was pink and gold, beautiful enough to hurt. If I say yes, I'm here for months, Naomi said. If you say, no, this might not happen, Marin said. Someone else could lead it, Naomi said. But they're asking you, Marin said. Naomi felt the weight settle. Leadership wasn't about wanting it. It was about accepting it when called. I'll say yes, Naomi said, but I'm setting boundaries. She drafted her terms, monthly meetings, remote participation when possible, final approval on all policies, no publicity unless necessary. She sent them. The chairman accepted immediately. The committee was formed. Tess called at 8. Editor approved the timeline story. It runs tomorrow. Thank you, Naomi said. Thank you, Tess said, for trusting me. Naomi ordered dinner, ate slowly. Her mind was already planning. Training modules, policy language, staff protections. Adrian called. I heard about the board. News travels, Naomi said. I'm proud of you, he said. It's not over, Naomi said. It never is, he said. That's how you know it matters. She fell asleep thinking about frameworks. Justice wasn't an event. It was architecture, and she was building. Morning brought Tess's article. Front page, above the fold. The synchronized timeline was embedded. 17 videos played simultaneously. The headline, Resort Incident Reveals Deeper Pattern of Discrimination. Naomi read it twice. Tess had done justice to the complexity. No sensationalism, just facts, context, truth. Comments exploded. Half praised the investigation, half attacked Naomi for making it about race. It was always about race, Naomi said to Marin. They know, Marin said. They just don't want to admit it. Elise's team called. Furious. They claimed the timeline was edited, manipulated, fake news. We have the original files, Marin said calmly. Time-stamped, verified. Happy to share with independent analysts. The lawyer backed down. Threats were empty when truth was documented. At 10, Naomi gathered the circle again. Same spot, same chairs, but different energy. Clarity had arrived. She stood in the center. We're at a crossroads. The board approved policy changes. Elise signed the contract. But this only works if we're all committed. Jonah spoke. What do you need from us? Honesty, Naomi said. When policies fail, say so. When guests behave badly, document it. When systems hurt people, report it. A housekeeper raised her hand. What if we're scared? That's why we're creating protections, Naomi said. Legal support, anonymous reporting, whistleblower safety. And if those protections fail? Someone asked. Then we fix them, Naomi said. This isn't perfect, it's process. We'll make mistakes. But we correct them. Together. She pulled out printed copies of the new Dignity Charter. 1 page, clear language, no legal jargon. This is what we're building, Naomi said. Read it. Tell me what's missing. The circle passed copies around. People read slowly. Some nodded, others frowned. A server spoke. This says guests can be banned for harassment. Yes, Naomi said. Rich guests won't accept that, he said. Then they shouldn't harass people, Naomi said. Laughter rippled, nervous, hopeful. The server smiled. Dara raised her hand. This requires culture change. That takes time. So we start now, Naomi said. What's the timeline? Dara said. Training begins next week. Policy goes live in 30 days. Enforcement starts immediately. That's aggressive, Dara said. That's necessary, Naomi said. Slow change protects the status quo. Jonah stood. I'm with Naomi. We move fast. We correct course as we go. The circle absorbed this. Power was redistributing. Not perfectly, but noticeably. Elise spoke from the back. I want to help. Everyone turned. She looked different. Hair in a simple ponytail. No makeup. Vulnerable. How? Naomi said. I could talk to guests, Elise said. About what I learned. What I did wrong. Naomi considered this. Performance or genuine? Hard to tell, but refusing growth was wrong, too. Okay, Naomi said. Under supervision. With a script we all approve. Elise nodded. Thank you. The circle shifted. Something was changing. People were choosing accountability over comfort. Tess raised her hand. I'd like to do a follow-up piece about the charter, the implementation. Will it center staff? Naomi said. Entirely, Tess said. Then yes, Naomi said. They spent another hour refining language, adding clarity, removing loopholes. It was tedious, essential. Finally, Jonah called for a vote. All in favor of implementing this charter? Every hand went up, even Elise's, even Dara's. Unanimous, Jonah said. He looked stunned. Naomi smiled, small, tired. We did it. We started it, Marin corrected. The circle dissolved. People lingered, talking, planning. Hope was infectious. Naomi walked to the water's edge. She looked at her reflection. Rippled. Imperfect. Still there. This was midpoint. Not victory, not defeat. Just commitment. The hardest work was still ahead. 3 days later, Elise's PR crisis escalated. Brands dropped her. Followers split. Her feed filled with debates about performative accountability. She called Naomi. "They're destroying me." "They're holding you accountable," Naomi said. "Same thing," Elise said. "It's not," Naomi said. Elise was crying. Real tears now. "I'm trying. I signed the contract. I'm doing the work." "Then keep doing it," Naomi said. "Quietly, without seeking credit." "That's not how social media works," Elise said. "Then maybe social media is broken," Naomi said. She hung up, felt no satisfaction, just exhaustion. Transformation was messy. Everyone wanted shortcuts. Marin showed her a new video, Elise's latest post. She was defending herself, listing everything she'd done, positioning herself as the victim of cancel culture. "She's doubling down," Marin said. "She's scared," Naomi said. "Should we respond?" Marin said. "No," Naomi said. "We let consequences teach." But consequences came fast. Elise's sponsors issued statements, distancing, canceling contracts. Her agent dropped her. At 5, Elise showed up at Naomi's suite, unannounced, desperate. "Please," Elise said, "make them stop." "I can't," Naomi said. "You started this," Elise said. "You started this," Naomi said. "When you pushed me." Elise crumbled. She sat on the floor, sobbing. Naomi watched, didn't comfort, didn't judge, just witnessed. "I don't know who I am without my platform," Elise said. "Then maybe it's time to find out," Naomi said. "That's easy for you to say," Elise said. "Nothing about this is easy," Naomi said. Elise looked up. Mascara streaked her face. "What do I do?" "Stop performing," Naomi said. "Start being." "What does that mean?" "It means do the work without posting about it. Show up without seeking credit. Change because it's right, not because it rebuilds your brand." Elise was quiet. Then, "That sounds lonely." "Growth usually is," Naomi said. She left. Naomi closed the door, leaned against it. Her hands were shaking. Holding boundaries was hard. Marin brought tea. "You were kind." "I was honest," Naomi said. "Same thing," Marin said. Naomi smiled. Her sister understood. Truth was the highest kindness. That night, Tess published her second article. It profiled 3 staff members, their experiences, their hopes, their fears. The response was overwhelming, supportive, empathetic. People wanted to believe dignity was possible. Donations poured into the legal clinic fund. Small amounts. $10, $20. From working people who understood struggle. Naomi read the comments. "Look at this." "They get it," Marin said. "They always did," Naomi said. "They just needed permission to care." At midnight, Jonah called. "The first training session is tomorrow. Will you attend?" "I'll be there," Naomi said. "Thank you," he said, "for pushing us." "Thank you," Naomi said, "for letting me." She hung up, looked at the ocean. Dark, vast, unknowable. Justice felt the same way, always further, always deeper, but worth diving into anyway. The training room filled slowly. Staff trickled in, uncertain. A facilitator stood at the front, professional, warm. Naomi sat in back, observing. The facilitator began with definitions: bias, discrimination, microaggression. A server raised his hand. "What if guests don't care about this?" "Then we enforce boundaries," the facilitator said. "And lose our jobs?" he said. "And keep your dignity," the facilitator said. The room stirred. Fear and hope mixed. Naomi understood. Safety wasn't guaranteed. But it was promised now. That was progress. At lunch, 2 of Elise's former entourage approached Naomi. The women looked nervous. "Can we talk?" one said. "Of course," Naomi said. They sat at her table, picked at food, finally spoke. "We want to apologize," the first woman said. "For laughing, for filming, for not stopping it." "What changed?" Naomi said. "We saw ourselves," the second woman said. "In the videos. We looked cruel." "You were complicit," Naomi said. "We know," they said together. Naomi felt something shift. These women were younger, followers, not leaders, but choosing accountability anyway. "What do you want to do about it?" Naomi said. "We want to speak to staff," the first woman said. "Tell them we're sorry, that we'll do better." "Okay," Naomi said. "Talk to Jonah. He'll arrange it." They left. Naomi felt tired. Every small victory required energy. She was running low. At 3, Dara called a meeting. Emergency. Naomi hurried to the office. "Problem," Dara said. 3 major donors threaten to pull funding if we continue this direction." "Let them," Naomi said. "That's $2 million, Dara said. "Principles don't have a price tag," Naomi said. "Easy to say when you have money," Dara said. The words landed wrong. Naomi felt anger flash. "You don't know anything about my money, or my principles." "Then enlighten me," Dara said. Naomi stood. "I fund this entire initiative. Anonymous, no credit, no control, just change, because it's right. If donors won't support dignity, find better donors." Dara paled. "You're funding it?" "Yes," Naomi said. "Why didn't you say so?" "Because this isn't about me," Naomi said. "It's about justice." Jonah spoke softly. "She's been funding our scholarships too, for 3 years. Dara sat down. Hard. "I didn't know." "Now you do," Naomi said. "So decide, are we doing this or not?" "We're doing this," Dara said. Her voice was firm. "Principles over profit." Naomi felt something release. Dara had changed. Truly changed. That evening, Adrian called. "You can come home now. You proved your point." "It's not proved until it's permanent," Naomi said. "You can't fix everything," he said. "I can try," she said. "That's what I love about you," he said. "And what worries me." "I know," she said. She stayed. 1 more week, then another. The charter took shape. Policies clarified. Staff felt safer. Small victories. Real costs, but worth it. Week 3 brought fractures. A board member resigned. Called the charter excessive regulation. 2 others followed. Jonah was panicking. "We're losing institutional support." "We're losing old guards," Naomi said. "Let them go." "The resort could destabilize," Jonah said. "Or transform," Naomi said. Dara was caught between. She wanted change, but feared collapse. Her entire career was tied to this place. "What if this fails?" Dara said. "What if it succeeds?" Naomi said. They were in Jonah's office. Evening dark outside. The atmosphere was tense. Naomi felt the weight. Leadership meant bearing other people's fears. "I need a decision," Jonah said. "Do we hold the course or soften the policies?" "Hold the course," Naomi said. "That could cost us accreditation," Dara said. "That could earn us integrity," Naomi said. Jonah stood, walked to the window. His reflection looked old, tired. He had given 30 years to this resort. His legacy was at stake. "If I do this," he said, "and it fails, I'm ruined." "If you don't do this," Naomi said, "and nothing changes, what was it all for?" The question hung. Jonah turned. His eyes were wet. "I don't know." "Yes, you do," Naomi said. "You know what's right. You're just scared of the cost." He nodded, slowly. "I'm terrified." "That's how you know it matters," Naomi said. Dara spoke. "I'm scared too, but I'm in." "Me too," Jonah said. Naomi felt relief and dread. They were committed now. No turning back. A knock interrupted. A junior manager entered. He looked uncomfortable. "There's a problem," he said. "What kind?" Jonah said. "Someone leaked our policies to a conservative news outlet. They're framing it as woke overreach." Naomi's stomach dropped. The backlash was starting. "Who leaked it?" Dara said. "I don't know," the manager said. "Find out," Jonah said. The manager left. The three of them sat in silence. The fracture was widening. "This changes things," Dara said. "This exposes who we are," Naomi said. "That's good." "How is this good?" Dara said. "Because now we know our enemies," Naomi said. Jonah pulled up the article. The headline, "Luxury Resort Implements Radical Discrimination Policies." The piece twisted everything, made protection sound like punishment, made fairness sound like oppression. Comments sections filled with rage, threats, promises to boycott. "We need a response," Dara said. "We need truth," Naomi said. She drafted a statement, clear, calm, factual, explaining what the charter actually said, what it actually did. Tess published it, immediately. Her platform was trusted. The statement gained traction, but damage was done. The resort was polarized now, a symbol in a culture war. That night, Naomi couldn't sleep. She watched the ocean. Dark, restless, matching her mood. Maren sat beside her. "You didn't sign up for this." "Nobody signs up for this," Naomi said. "You just do it when called." "You can still walk away," Maren said. "I could," Naomi said. "But I won't." "Why not?" "Because walking away makes them win," Naomi said, "and I don't lose to cowards." They sat until dawn. When light came, Naomi felt ready. The storm would get worse before it got better. But storms passed. Truth remained. The junior manager who leaked the policies was identified. His name was Derek, 28, ambitious, angry. Jonah called him in. Naomi attended. So did Dara. Derek looked defiant. "You violated confidentiality," Jonah said. "I protected free speech," Derek said. "You sabotaged progress," Dara said. "I exposed overreach," Derek said. Naomi stayed quiet, watching. Derek was a true believer, not in justice, in hierarchy. "Why did you do this?" Jonah said. "Because this place is falling apart," Derek said. "You're alienating guests, coddling staff, turning us into a political statement." "We're protecting people," Naomi said. "You're destroying tradition," Derek said. "Good," Naomi said. "Your tradition hurt people." Derek's face darkened. "You don't belong here." The words were sharp, clear, racist without saying race. Jonah stood. "You're fired." "You can't do that," Derek said. "I just did," Jonah said. "Clean out your desk." Derek left, slammed the door. His rage lingered. Naomi felt her chest tighten. "That was necessary," Dara said. "That was hard," Jonah said. "Both can be true," Naomi said. But Derek wasn't finished. He called reporters, shared internal emails, framed himself as a whistleblower. The conservative outlet ran a follow-up. "Manager fired for questioning radical policies." More outrage, more threats. The resort's rating dropped on travel sites. Review bombing. "We're being targeted," Dara said. "We're being tested," Naomi said. Tess called. "Derek contacted me, wanted me to run his story." "Did you?" Naomi said. "No," Tess said. "I checked his claims. Half were lies. The rest were distortions." "Thank you," Naomi said. "I'm a journalist," Tess said. "Not a propagandist." But others weren't careful. Derek's narrative spread. Social media amplified. Truth got buried under noise. Staff started receiving threats, anonymous calls, angry emails. One housekeeper quit, too scared to stay. Naomi felt the weight of it. Every choice had consequences. She was responsible. "This is my fault," she said to Marin. This is Derek's fault, Marin said. And the people who believe him. I pushed too hard, Naomi said. You pushed exactly right, Marin said. They're fighting back because they're losing. Naomi wanted to believe that, but doubt crept in. Was justice worth this chaos? Adrian called. Come home, please. Not yet, she said. They're threatening our staff, he said. Which is why I can't leave, she said. He was quiet. Then, I'm coming there. No, she said. If people find out who you are, this becomes about wealth, not justice. It's always about both, he said. Not this time, she said. She hung up. Felt alone. Isolated. The darkest moment was here. But dawn always followed night. She just had to survive until morning. Naomi sat by the pool at 3 a.m. The water was still. Black. Perfect mirror. She thought about quitting. Going home. Letting others carry this burden. The temptation was strong. But then she remembered James, the 19-year-old bellhop, called boy by a guest. She remembered the server who was told to smile through racism, the housekeeper who quit, the staff who finally felt safe enough to speak. If she quit, they would be abandoned. Again. Can't sleep either, a voice said. Tess approached. She looked exhausted. Been writing all night. About Derek? Naomi said. About you, Tess said. Your choice to stay. It's not heroic, Naomi said. It's just necessary. Sometimes they're the same thing, Tess said. They sat together, watching water. The silence felt healing. Do you regret it? Tess asked. Every day, Naomi said. And not at all. That's a paradox, Tess said. That's truth, Naomi said. Marin joined them. She carried coffee, 3 cups. They drank slowly, waiting for sun. Staff wants to organize, Marin said. Organize what? Naomi said. A counter-campaign, social media, testimonials, their stories. Naomi felt hope flicker. Staff-led? Completely, Marin said. Then support them, Naomi said. But don't control it. They want your blessing, Marin said. They have it, Naomi said, and my gratitude. At 6, staff gathered. 15 people, phones ready. They filmed testimonials. Simple, honest, powerful. I feel safe now, one said. I'm treated like a person, another said. This place is changing, a third said, and I'm staying because of it. They posted simultaneously, used a hashtag. Tortured Dignity Works. Within hours, it was trending. Real voices drowned out Derek's noise. Truth spread faster than lies. When it came from experience, guests started responding. Positive reviews, defending the charter, pledging support. It's working, Marin said. It's beginning, Naomi said. That afternoon, 3 new board members applied. Younger, diverse, committed to the vision. Jonah interviewed them, smiled for the first time in days. They get it. Good, Naomi said. Bring them on. The energy shifted. Light returned. Not victory, but possibility. Elise called. I saw the campaign. I want to add my voice. Are you sure? Naomi said. I'm done performing, Elise said. I just want to help. Then help, Naomi said. Quietly, consistently, without seeking credit. Okay, Elise said. She posted a simple video. No makeup, no filter, just truth. I caused harm. I'm working to repair it. This charter protects people I hurt. Support it. Comments were mixed, but some were kind. Growth was being witnessed. Naomi felt the darkness lifting. The quiet before had given her strength. Now came the light. But darkness wasn't finished. At 8 p.m., someone vandalized the pool. Spray paint, slurs, threats. Security called police. Staff were shaken. The message was clear. Change would be resisted. Violently. Naomi stood at the pool's edge, reading the words, her jaw tight. This was hate. Pure. Unfiltered. "We should close," Dara said. "We should stand," Naomi said. "Someone could get hurt," Dara said. "Someone already did," Naomi said. "Everyone who sees this." Jonah arrived, pale, shaking. "This is my fault. I should have anticipated." "This is hate's fault," Naomi said. "Don't claim responsibility for someone else's evil." Police came, took photos, statements, promised investigation. Everyone knew it wouldn't matter. Vandals rarely got caught. Staff gathered, quiet, scared, looking to Naomi for guidance. She didn't have answers, just presence. "I'm sorry," she said. "You didn't sign up for this." "Neither did you," James said. "But you stayed." "So will we," another said. The staff circled the pool, held hands, silent solidarity. Naomi joined them, Marin beside her. They stood for an hour, while cleaners scrubbed paint, while night deepened, while hate faded under determination. Finally, the pool was clean. Water reflected stars. Beautiful again. "Tomorrow," Naomi said, "we host an open forum. Anyone can come. Press, public, donors. We tell the truth, all of it." "That's risky," Dara said. "So is silence," Naomi said. Jonah nodded. "I'll arrange it." That night, Elise posted again. She had seen the vandalism. Her voice shook. "I caused this. My action started a chain. I have to own that, and fight against what I created." The post went viral. Millions of views. Elise was crucifying herself publicly. It was painful to watch. Naomi called her. "You didn't spray paint that pool." "I gave them permission," Elise said. "By pushing you, I normalized violence." "You're taking too much blame," Naomi said. "Maybe," Elise said, "but I need to." They talked for an hour, about guilt, responsibility, repair. Elise was changing, genuinely. At midnight, Adrian texted, "I see the news. I'm coming." "Tomorrow," Naomi texted back, "for the forum." "I love you," he wrote. "I know," she wrote back. She lay in bed, staring at ceiling. This was the darkest moment, when hate showed its face, when safety felt impossible. But darkness was just the space before dawn. She had to believe that, had to believe light was coming. The forum started at 8. Chairs filled fast. Press, public, staff, donors, critics, supporters. Naomi stood at the front. No podium, no notes, just truth. "Thank you for coming," she said. "We're here because something happened at this resort, something that revealed deeper problems, and we're choosing to fix them." A reporter raised his hand. "Isn't this just performative? Corporate PR?" "It's structural change," Naomi said. "Policy, training, accountability. If that's performative, we need better definitions." "Who are you to lead this?" another reporter asked. "Someone who was harmed," Naomi said, "and who has resources to help repair systems." "What resources?" someone asked. Naomi hesitated. This was the moment. Reveal wealth. Risk the narrative. Adrian stood. Everyone turned. He was handsome, confident, powerful. "I'm Adrian Vale," he said. "I own this resort, and Naomi is my wife." Gasps. Cameras flashed. The room erupted. Naomi closed her eyes. The secret was out. But maybe that was okay. Maybe hiding helped no one. "We kept it private," Naomi said, "because I wanted this to be about principles, not power. I wanted my character to lead, not my access." The room settled. Processing. "So you could have fired everyone on day one," a reporter said. "I could have," Naomi said. "But what would that teach? That wealth solves everything? It doesn't. Justice requires process, conversation, community." "Why go through all this?" someone asked. "Because shortcuts don't change culture," Naomi said. "They just rearrange furniture." Tess stood. "I've covered this story from the beginning. Naomi could have sued, could have destroyed careers. She chose restoration instead. That's not performance. That's leadership. The room shifted. Understanding dawned. Naomi hadn't hidden her wealth to manipulate. She had hidden it to make space for truth. A staff member raised her hand. Mrs. Vale has funded our scholarships for 3 years. Anonymous. She paid for the legal clinic. She funds the training. She's never asked for credit. Until now, Naomi said, because you all deserve to know who's committed. What happens next? A reporter asked. We implement the charter, Jonah said. Fully, with oversight. The board that resigned? We replaced them with people who believe dignity isn't negotiable. What about the vandalism? Someone asked. We're investigating, Dara said, and we've added security, but we're not backing down. Elise stood. Everyone turned. She looked small, vulnerable, but present. I want to say something, Elise said. Naomi nodded. I started this, Elise said. My actions, my prejudice, my cruelty. I'm doing the work to change, but I want everyone to know. This charter isn't about punishing people like me. It's about protecting people like Naomi, and that's worth supporting. The room was silent. Then applause, slow, building, people standing. Naomi felt tears come. Finally. This was the shift. When truth became momentum, the forum lasted 3 hours. Questions, answers, testimonies. By the end, understanding had spread. Justice wasn't revenge. It was repair. After the forum, Elise approached Naomi. They stood by the pool, water calm between them. Can we talk? Elise said. Of course, Naomi said. They sat on the deck. Same place it all started. Full circle. I need to say something, Elise said. Without cameras, without performance. I'm listening, Naomi said. Elise took a breath. I shoved you because you made me uncomfortable. You were black, confident, correcting racism. I couldn't stand it. So I tried to humiliate you, to remind you of your place, to remind everyone that I had power. The words were raw, honest, painful. I was wrong, Elise continued. Completely, horrifically wrong. I caused you harm. I caused staff harm. I reinforced systems that hurt people. And I'm sorry. She was crying. Quiet tears. No performance. I don't expect forgiveness, Elise said. I don't deserve it, but I want you to know. I'm changing, really changing. Not for my career, for my soul. Naomi sat with it. The apology was real this time. Specific. Accountable. Thank you, Naomi said. That's it? Elise said. That's everything, Naomi said. You named what you did. You named why. You took responsibility. That's how healing starts. Do you forgive me? Elise asked. I'm working on it, Naomi said. Forgiveness is a process, not a moment. Elise nodded. That's fair. They sat quietly, watching water. The silence wasn't comfortable, but it was honest. What do you do now? Naomi asked. I complete my service hours, Elise said. I finish the training, I show up. Quietly, consistently. Good, Naomi said. And you? Elise asked. I keep building, Naomi said. Keep pushing. Keep believing change is possible. It is, Elise said. You proved it. We proved it, Naomi said. Together. Elise left. Naomi stayed. She thought about the journey. 3 weeks. Lifetime. Marin joined her. You okay? I'm exhausted, Naomi said, and hopeful, and scared, and proud. That's a lot, Marin said. That's justice, Naomi said. Adrian appeared. He wrapped his arms around her. You did it. We're not done, she said. We never are, he said, but we're closer. They stood together. Family, partners, builders. The sun was setting, pink and gold, perfect light. Tomorrow would bring new challenges, but tonight they could rest. They had earned it. The Dignity Charter went live officially. bronze plaque mounted by the entrance. Clear language. Bold commitment. Every person at Ocean Crest Resort deserves respect. Guests, staff, visitors, all are valued equally. We commit to zero tolerance for harassment, discrimination, or bias. Fair treatment regardless of role, race, or status. Transparent processes for reporting harm. Swift accountability for violations. Continuous training and improvement. This is who we are. This is what we promise. Naomi stood before it. Reading. Rereading. Words made real. James approached. The young bellhop. Can I get a photo? Of course, Naomi said. He stood beside the plaque. Proud. She took his photo. He posted it immediately. Dignity works. Staff began gathering, taking turns. Photos, pride, ownership. Jonah stood nearby, watching. His eyes were wet. This changes everything. This starts everything, Naomi said. Dara joined them. First training cohort finished, 97% satisfaction. 3 staff want to become trainers. Support them, Naomi said. Already am, Dara said. The legal clinic opened. Pro bono lawyers on retainer. Confidential reporting. Real protection. 2 guests were banned first week. Harassment, discrimination, no warnings, just consequences. Some complained, left bad reviews, but more guests arrived, specifically because of the charter. People want this, Jonah said. They're tired of cruelty disguised as luxury. Good, Naomi said. Let's give them better. Tess's final article ran. Front page, national. It profiled the transformation. Staff voices, changed culture, hope made tangible. The headline, When Justice Becomes Policy, How One Resort Chose Dignity. Comments were overwhelmingly positive. Other resorts called, asking for guidance. The model was spreading. Elise completed her service hours. Quietly, helping in the kitchen, cleaning rooms, learning humility. Staff were cautious with her, appropriately. But some thawed. Growth was being witnessed. At month's end, Adrian hosted a celebration. Small, intimate, staff and supporters. Naomi stood to speak. We didn't fix everything. Problems remain. But we proved change is possible when people choose courage over comfort. Thank you, she said to staff, for trusting the process, for speaking truth, for staying. Thank you, she said to Jonah and Dara, for risking everything, for believing justice matters more than revenue. Thank you, she said to Tess, for telling our story accurately, for centering voices others ignore. Thank you, she said to her sister, for standing beside me, always. Finally, she looked at Adrian. Thank you for knowing when to step back and when to step forward. He smiled, came to her side. Thank you for teaching me what power actually means. They stood together. Room full of people who had fought, who had changed, who had chosen better. This isn't the end, Naomi said. It's infrastructure. We built something. Now we maintain it, together. Applause filled the room. Genuine, grateful. The charter was more than policy. It was promise, and promises required daily keeping. 6 months later, Naomi returned. The pool looked the same. Water clear, lights glittering. But everything underneath had changed. She checked in. The host greeted her warmly. By name. Immediately. Her room was oceanfront. As booked. James carried her bags. Welcome back, Mrs. Vale. How's school? She asked. Good, he said. That scholarship made it possible. She smiled. Keep going. The pool deck was hosting an event. STEM scholarship celebration. 20 students, all local, all bright. Children played in the water, splashing, laughing, joy where humiliation had lived. Parents watched from chairs, grateful, proud. The scholarship lab was breaking ground next month. Naomi stood at the water's edge. Same spot, different meaning. Tess approached. Good turnout. Better than good, Naomi said. You changed this place, Tess said. We all did, Naomi said. Elise was there, not as guest, as volunteer. She helped kids with their projects, patient, present, changed. She saw Naomi, waved. Naomi waved back. Forgiveness was still processing, but respect had grown. Jonah walked over, retired now, but attending as friend. Proud of this? So am I, Naomi said. The charter plaque had company now, second plaque, scholar names, annual editions, legacy building. Adrian joined her, put his arm around her waist. You did it. We're doing it, she said. Present tense. He smiled. Always. Music started. Children danced. Parents talked. Staff served with dignity. Everyone treated as equal. Naomi watched the water, remembered falling, remembered rising, remembered choosing justice over anger. The journey had been hard, exhausting, worth it. Marin appeared. Time for speeches. Naomi walked to the microphone, faced the crowd. Thank you for being here, for celebrating these students, for believing in change. 6 months ago, something happened at this pool, something painful, something revealing. We could have hidden it. We chose to face it. Today, children play where I fell. That's not erasure. That's transformation. We honored what was. We built what should be. These scholarships represent possibility. The charter represents commitment. Together they say dignity isn't negotiable, justice isn't optional. Change is always possible. So let's keep building, keep choosing, keep believing we can do better. Applause, long, warm, sincere. Naomi stepped back. The water caught light, danced. Still, the pool remained, but its meaning had changed, from site of harm to symbol of hope. Transformation complete. Journey beginning. She looked at Adrian, at Marin, at the students, at the future. Finally, Naomi knew peace. 3 years passed. The resort thrived. The charter became industry standard. Other properties adopted it, modified it, improved it. Elise worked at a non-profit now, teaching media literacy, helping young people understand performative versus genuine change. She was good at it, transformed by what she faced. Tess won awards. Her reporting sparked national conversation, restorative justice in hospitality, dignity as competitive advantage. Jonah and Dara consulted, teaching other resorts how to implement cultural change. Their expertise was in demand. Naomi served on 5 boards, not for status, for impact. She chose carefully, prioritized justice, built systems that lasted. Marin ran the Scholarship Foundation, full-time. Brilliant. 100 students now, 10 schools, 5 labs, growing. Adrian stepped back from operations, focused on philanthropy, anonymous, consistent, their shared value system. The pool hosted monthly celebrations, graduations, birthdays, community events, always open, always welcoming. One evening, Naomi sat by the water, alone, reflecting. A young woman approached, nervous. Mrs. Vale? Yes, Naomi said. I'm Maya. I was one of the first scholars. I just graduated. Engineering degree. Naomi stood, hugged her. Congratulations. I wanted to thank you, Maya said, for believing in us. You did the work, Naomi said. But you built the door, Maya said. They sat together, watching water ripple, talking about dreams, plans, future. Finally, Maya left. Naomi stayed. The ocean murmured beyond, constant, faithful. She thought about the journey, the push, the pain, the process, the progress. It hadn't been easy, but it had been right. She looked at her reflection in the pool. Clear now, strong, healed. Still here, she whispered, and she would be, building, leading, believing, because justice was never finished, just practiced, daily, faithfully. The stars appeared, one by one. Mapping possibility. Naomi smiled. She finally knew she was enough.